welcome to another episode of Beer for Breakfast ABV. I am Danielle from the morning show on 91X. As always, I have my beer drinking partner in crime with me, Paul Segura, brewmaster from Karl Strauss Brewing. And today we have Pizza Port Brewing with us, coming from Bressie Ranch. We have Jill and we have Sean. Welcome, guys.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yay, welcome.
So nice to be here. To make sure that we're practicing our physical distancing, I'm in my office and Sean is out of the brewery. So we're like about 100 meters from each other right now, but wanted to make sure we were following proper safety protocol for this. So.
Take that 6 feet and then some. I appreciate the safety you guys are taking.
Yeah. You know, safety first.
So what are we drinking first?
Drinking California honey. Thank you.
California honey.
It's been a long time favorite at the pubs. Put a can for the first time about 2 years ago, and it's our easy drinking beer. We do use California honey in it. Yeah, we kept the recipe the same from way back when Tommy and Jeff were brewing it. But yeah, it's a good summer beer to have right now.
Mm-hmm. You guys launch this beer each summer, right?
This is a core beer. It was.
I've had this before.
Yeah.
So it's available year round, but it's something that we never stop brewing at the pubs. So like Sean and I were both on the opening staff at Pizza Port OB, and I think I wore a California Honey Ale shirt like my first shift. So it's something that we've been making this whole time. We just couldn't source enough honey to both keep up with demand or expected demand and also keep it at the price point that we wanted to keep it at. So when we were finally able to do that, Sean worked day and night diligently to find it. And when he finally did, we were able to put it in a can, and now I drink it all day, every day. It's pretty good.
I'm kind of stoked that you were able to source it. I know we kind of went through a lull there, like when the bees were dying out and all that, and honey got super expensive. So, I mean, cheers to that, being able to get this again.
Cheers. Yeah, our local farmer, he's more of a, that we've historically gotten the honey from, was more of a small-time producer. So we were able to hook up at the Craft Brewers Conference. We were able to find someone who actually had honey from California. So it worked out perfectly. Yeah.
That's awesome. This beer has some hops in it too. Like I get a nice hoppy finish on this. It's dry, but it's got this really pleasant, lingering hoppiness. I love this beer.
Yeah, and it's Mount Hood and Blanc, but not very much. But the beer is so light, that you get a little bit of a hint at the end. And the Mount Hood is like a nice lemon character, and the Blanc kind of has that German. The German, yep.
It's great beer.
It also lives in our 12-pack with 3 hoppy beers. So my favorite thing is when you pick up a 12-pack and it's got Ponto, which is the session IPA, Swami's, and then Coop, which is our double. And then there's 3 glorious cans of California honey in there that I'm like, what? You know, like you drink a bunch of hoppy beer, you know you want another beer. And even Ponto, like Ponto's my desert island beer, but there's times where I'm like, man, I just need something. I need to back off the bitterness just a little bit. So to have it in there, it's like the best kept secret, you know?
It's funny you talk about that 12-pack and Coop, because I went to the OB location on Monday, which, by the way, it felt so nice. It felt like a sense of normalcy, even though, there's obviously less tables, less people in there, but it felt safe while I was in there. And I have to really commend the entire staff because they were super on it. There was somebody constantly walking around, wiping tables, whether somebody had sat there or not. Like, everybody was just really on it. And I really want to commend Pizza Port and what you guys are doing, navigating this new kind of weird. So kind of with that, Jill, what's going on at all the locations?
Yeah, I mean, you just hit the nail on the head. Sean obviously is much more involved being our director of brewing operations with everything that's going on the pub side. So I'll just kind of give a little overview, and then if he wants to chime in a little bit more about it. But we've been operating with to-go only, obviously, as all the other, or most of our other brewing brethren have been. And, being a pizza shop, relatively easy to pivot. Also have been, you're able to online order through Chow Now, and then it would be delivered through DoorDash, and you'd be able to get beer. So it was working out. Obviously not a great long-term plan for everyone. So as soon as we got the go-ahead, all of the directors got together and outlined this awesome safety protocol to see how quickly we could, get acclimated to what the new normal is going to be, pull out a bunch of picnic tables, make sure that we're always very, very concerned with cleanliness. So just going above and beyond to make sure we had all of the policies and procedures in place and staffing was appropriate, make sure there was extra bodies on hand, setting up outdoor spaces. We're lucky we're in San Diego. We're lucky that a lot of our locations have that extra outdoor space so that we can pull the picnic tables out of our dining room, put them outside with tents 6 feet away in the open air. Have to order food, obviously. I mean, that's the world that came down from the ABC. Every ticket has to have food. And if you're going to have alcohol, it has to have food on it. So definitely make sure you're getting your pizza, but also plenty of beer to wash it down.
In a kind of weird way, I think that it's a really good idea that you have to have food with your alcohol. I don't know why. I was sitting there like eating my cheese sticks, drinking my beer, thinking, yeah, you probably should have to eat as you're drinking. Like, this seems like a good idea, even beyond this, COVID-19 thing.
Yeah. Turns out the ABC kind of had public safety in mind when they came up with a lot of regulations in life, and you forget about it sometimes. You're classified as food, so you're like, oh, I am eating. What do you mean?
Exactly.
I mean, it's hard for me to go to Pizza Port without having, a little Laguna pizza. That's like my favorite pizza in the world. But also, like everybody wanted to sit outside, I think. The weather was perfect. Tent was cool. People were outside with their dogs. It was a great vibe. And even though Danielle spilled her beer all over the table, nobody vibed her for that.
Luckily, you were 6 feet from everyone else, and it didn't spill on anybody near you.
I mean, I forgot how we behave in restaurants and bars, and luckily, because he was wearing a mask, I could not tell if he was annoyed with me when I asked for towels, because all I could see were eyes. So.
Absolutely not. Wasn't me.
By the way, I had that beer board meeting, and that was a solid beer too. That was really fun.
Yeah, that's our
brown ale with coffee, super good.
Good friends over at Port Brewing doing their magic.
Yeah, loved it.
Well, getting into the next beer, North of the Pier IPA. This is a collaboration you did with Coronado?
Yep, collaboration with Coronado. They did North of the Pier and came out earlier in the spring, February. And we did North of the Pier, but yeah, this is our first collab with Coronado. Gina and Rick go back a long way. They're founding members of the guild and had a long history there. I worked at Coronado for 5 years, had a great experience there. And this was a cool project to work on. The South of the Pier that they did was featuring Southern Hemisphere hops, and ours features Northern Hemisphere hops. We got together with Mark Thiessen and come up with a really cool recipe. Both beers shared mosaic, and they have the same malt bill. And they added Waimea and Motueka to theirs, and ours is a lot of Laurel and some more Blanc and Columbus. So pilot run, we found we really like the Laurel and Mosaic combination, so we kind of leaned into that one.
It's a good combo. And Columbus is one of my favorites too. It's hard to believe that Gina and Rick, I mean, like, this is the first collab between two iconic San Diego breweries, man.
Yeah.
It's funny, when we started talking about this, it was like June of last year. And I think that sometimes, so our goal is to have our entire calendar for the following year, for the most part, dialed in by July. So when things come around, you've like had all this, it's been building up and you're like so excited, and it's finally here. And given, the current situation, Coronado had pulled out, it was awesome, and then COVID hit. So we were all like, what are we going to do? And thankfully, we had already, Sean Mark had already engineered the recipes, and the art had been done. The camps were similar. One was the north side of the pier, one was the south side of the pier. Meant to be script pier. And luckily, everything was in place. Pieces were in place, and we were able to do it and send it all over California, Nevada, and Arizona. It came out great. It's really a fun and fortunate thing,
It did come out great. I'm enjoying this a lot. I get some good lemon notes. I get some orange in there. I get a fair amount of dank as well. Super hop forward, really, really good.
Yeah, and Mark tried to keep it lower at 6.5. And then he came up with a really nice malt profile. Some malts we don't really typically use. Dextra pills and some other stuff, and we decided to stick with that one, and it came out really good. But yeah, we were luckily able to go down there for brew day before all this happens. They weren't able to come up for our brew day, but we had a nice little fun party at Knoxville before all this hit. And, our companies are remarkably similar. We're both about the same size. We're in all the same territories, so our sales teams link up on this and have some cool events. But yeah, it was a fun project.
No doubt. I like the artwork on the can too.
Right?
I mean, look how cool that is.
Oh yeah, it's very, very San Diego.
What it's about, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've surfed north of most piers in San Diego. IB Pier, Crystal Pier. I mean, that's what you see right there.
So we can go ahead and tell Coronado then that you prefer the north of the pier.
Oh no!
Well,
this is where these things start.
I'm not going to take the bait. She's trying to cause trouble here. There's a time and a place for every beer.
100%. That's my favorite question. Is like, what's your favorite beer? I'm like, usually the one in my hand. Sometimes the one after it.
Yep.
Yes.
Every time. Gilly, Sean, thank you guys. Pizza Port Brewing. We miss you guys so much. You guys are up in Bressie Ranch. Bressie is open. Ocean Beach, Solana, San Clemente. Who else am I missing?
Carlsbad Village.
Yes. It just keeps on going. Make sure that you go to Pizza Port, get your food to go. You can also dine in. That is open as long as you are eating and drinking at the establishment. Friday.
Do you want to jump in? We do require masks when you come in, when you are ordering, when you're sitting at the table and eating, drinking, and enjoying. Obviously, you don't have to have your mask on, but we do require just general safety of our employees.
Have some patience with the staff. This is a whole new ball game for everyone. We pretty much went from to-go only to open again in 24 hours. So we're doing our best to keep up with you guys and bring the good cheer, but have some the staff's a little bit under stress right now. So
yeah, go in there, tip fat, wear your mask. And really, anywhere you go, if the staff asks you to do something, just do it. This is stressful for them, just as stressful it is for you, if not even more stressful. So just be kind to one another.
Don't be lame. Mm-hmm. And also, look for these in the grocery stores and liquor stores, man.
Yeah.
Right? These are out there.
Find both
of these up.
Craft beer store.
Actually, when I was sitting in line at OB, people were buying up canned beer by the case. So, you can still get beer to go as well and pizzas to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you feel more comfortable and you want to stick with the to-go options, we are 100% in support of that as well. So feel free to keep on keeping on. I know that sometimes a beer tastes way better on my porch than anywhere else in the world. So
Oh, I've got
Yeah.
this perfect alley beers have turned into my thing.
That whole like being able to drink on the sidewalk thing, we're getting really spoiled.
Well, and let's be real here. The best place to drink beer for Paul and I is Friday mornings on the radio at 9:10 during Beer for Breakfast. He is calling in on FaceTime with Marty and I. We will be drinking Pizza Port beer this week. So tune in to 91X, 9:10 Friday morning. If you've missed any previous Beer for Breakfast, they're all up at 91x.com. Thank you so much, Jill and Sean from Pizza Port, and cheers to independently owned craft beer and radio in San Diego.
Cheers.
91X.